Alright, up next is Carbide Create. So let's go through the same process. The first thing we want to do is set up our stock and our machine. So we're going to go to this gear icon and we're going to just set the size of our material, how thick it is, and where the zero is going to be. And we'll choose OK. Alright, so that gets us here. Our next step is to import our DXF file, so we're going to do import, and then we're going to grab the file we want to work with. Alright, there it is. Now from here, I just click away. I'm going to window pick it all. Let me see here. We want to do this scale one to begin with, and that's going to let us bring it down in size. I actually think if we move it, it does the same thing. But we just want to bring this in. That gets us to about where we want to be. We're going to say done. Alright, so now our next step is to do an offset. So let's go ahead and select this. And then over here, this is offset. So we can tell it how much to offset and to what side. Go ahead and hit apply. Alright, so now we're going to use our mouse wheel to zoom in and out. Okay, we want to pocket this inside, and then we want to profile this outside. Okay, so let's select the inside shape first. We're going to go to toolpaths, and then we're going to go to pocket. Use current selection, we're going to click that. Okay, this is where we can pick which size tool we're going to use. Right now it's set to an 1/8 inch, which is fine, but we can go into our tool library. They have it broken down by equipment and material. So we're going to say hardwood, end mill. Let's just say it's a 1/4 inch end mill. And we'll go ahead and select that and then choose OK. And then we're going to, if we want to adjust the depth, we can change that number here. Otherwise, we're going to just choose OK. Alright, that goes ahead and does the pocket. In this case, we can see the larger tool doesn't fit in this area. So if we want to go back and change that, we can just double click this, go to edit, select tool. We're back in the same spot. Alright, we're going to go back to 1/8 inch, select. We're going to choose OK. We're going to choose OK. It will calculate, and now we can see it cleaned up all the area. Okay, so from here, we're going to click on the screen. We'll click on the outside shape. We're going to go to contour. Yes, we want to use current selection. We're going to use the same tool. This time it's going to go all the way through. And then we just want to make sure this is set to the outside. And then we're going to choose OK. There is this tab option here. I don't want to use tabs, so I'm just going to check ignore tabs. And we'll click OK. Alright, so now we have our inside cut and our outside profile. We want to see a simulation, so we go to show. This will show us what the cutting looks like. We can see that it cuts free. Now, we do have a small step down in both of these scenarios, so how do we adjust that? Let's go back to the first one here. Let's edit the tool. So this one right here is the depth per pass, so we want to set this to a 1/4 inch. Actually, we want to set it to a 1/2 inch. We'll set it to a 1/2 inch. This one we're going to set to 50 and 50, and we're going to choose OK. And then OK. So my expectation on that one is it cuts it in a single pass. Let's go over to this one here, double click to edit. Let's just check our tool settings. Okay, so this is the depth per pass on this one. We're going to set this to a 1/2 inch. This is going to be 50 and 50, and we're going to say OK, and then OK. Now we're going to show the simulation, and we can see it does the pocket in one pass, and then it does the profile in one pass as well. Okay, so that's Carbide Create. The last thing we would do here is go to Save Toolpaths, I'm running a demo version, so it will only save it as a Carbide 2D. You need the Pro version to save out as G-code. But other than that, those are the same steps in the software. Up next is Carveco.